Welcome to another edition of Just an Opinion. Today I'm moving on to part 2 of my somewhat unknown films, and this week we're going to focus on the 1990s. At this time period, video stores were nearly on every corner, and many of these locations were franchised with a focus on having several copies of the latest blockbuster. But if you search beyond the marquee titles, that's where you could find some of these really great independent releases or straight-to-video titles. And one guarantee you had, because we're still dealing with mostly VHS at this time, is the titles would have previews before the movie started, and that was a great opportunity to learn about other films that you hadn't heard of. Condensing this list down to 10 films was pretty difficult, but hey, this is just an opinion. Number 10 is Mumford. Beneath the surface of a seemingly utopian town lies a community rocked with psychological problems. Enter Dr. Mumford.
How long have you been in this town?
Oh, I don't know.
4 months, 2.5 weeks. That's how long. And you've already got more patients than those other two shrinks combined.
His methods seem to be the key to recovery to many of these people, but some skeletons of his own are revealed along the way. This is a very original story with some great casting. Most notably is Jason Lee in one of his early non-View Askew universe films.
She's got a dog named for Danny Ainge.
Wait, really? Danny Ainge? I'm the only person I know that likes Danny Ainge. Outside of Celtic fans and Phoenix, I guess.
Number 9 is Election. Dealing with themes of school spirit, complacency, overachievement, and adultery, the laughs in this satire range from really light to really dark. Matthew Broderick and Reese Witherspoon shine in this film that centers on a high school presidential election. The strength of this film is the relationship between the two, which starts with a mild annoyance.
I thought you were supposed to keep them.
Yeah, right, fine.
Okay.
Thanks for everything.
You bet.
But then it progresses into a hatred via this emotional avalanche that just transpires during the whole film.
And I think certain older people, like you and your colleague, shouldn't be leching after their students, especially when some of them can't even get their own wives pregnant.
Number 8 is The Suicide Kings. This film features a great ensemble cast rounded out by the always entertaining Christopher Walken.
If I don't bleed to death pretty soon, I'm gonna die of boredom. How about we kill time instead? I got a full boat.
This film has some remarkable twists and turns as the story unfolds, blending the notion of the unreliable narrator along with character deception. Interestingly, as different agendas and motivations are revealed, the audience is not only manipulated by what the actors are saying, but also what you're seeing on screen.
He had nothing to do with Elise's kidnapping. He had nothing to do with it. Can't you understand that? He didn't do anything. It doesn't matter. They're all alike. Whoever did the actual kidnapping, it's a fucking technicality.
Number 7 is Get Real. This story focuses on the unlikely love between two male classmates. Both hide their homosexuality for different reasons.
Johnny, we can get round this.
No. Not if it means everyone finding out.
And both go to some extreme lengths to keep their secret. The film pulls no punches, showcasing the struggle that teens are dealing with when it comes to coming to terms with their sexuality, parental and peer pressure, censorship, and several other important issues. It's also a very touching tale showing how far we as a society have yet to come with tolerance.
It's only love. What's everyone so scared of?
Number 6 is In the Company of Men. To describe this movie as dark would be a severe understatement. Fueled by betrayal and misogyny, two men embark on a mission to emotionally destroy a woman with the ruse of both falling in love with her.
And we just do it, you and me, up in the ante all the time. And suddenly she's got 2 men. She's calling her mom. She's wearing makeup again. And on we play, and on and on.
While there are moments of comedy in this film, they're mostly uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think she's got one of those voices, like
Yeah, like a dolphin. It's like having a Sunday chat with Flipper. That's what you're trying to tell me.
something like that.
This film launched director Neil LaBute's career and his penchant for dealing with somewhat taboo subject matter. Number 5 is Afterglow. Two unhappily married couples cross paths in this character-driven, really depressing tale. Each of the 4 principal actors gives you reasons to empathize with them, but also despise them as an individual.
I mean, you don't need kids, you don't need love, you don't need sex, you don't need anything but yourself. Come to think of it, you're the most selfish person I've ever met.
Major themes explored here are dishonesty and dissatisfaction and how it can ruin relationships both young and old. But as humans with relationship issues, we're sometimes drawn to the exact same problems, but with a different person. I also have to note how good Mark Isham's score is in the background of this film. Somber is the best word I would use to describe his jazz composition that makes you smile slightly in spite of the dreary subject matter on screen. Number 4 is Mr. Jealousy. Director Noah Baumbach is a contemporary genius, but some of his earlier works have gone unnoticed, including this unconventional romantic comedy. Eric Stoltz stars in this film as an endearing but deeply neurotic man. He's in a relationship with a great woman, but he feels deeply inferior to her previous boyfriend.
I didn't tell him he looked good. Should I have?
Lester gritted his teeth. Ramona had a life before him.
These insecurities lead him on a hilarious journey. The writing in this film is superb, with a very satirical look at the subject of envy.
I joined Dashiell, Ramona's ex-boyfriend's group therapy.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Number 3 is The Last Supper. 5 roommates develop a plan to invite a weekly dinner guest over that has a different set of ideologies than them. But if they cannot convince the person to see the error of his or her ways, they will in turn act as judge, jury, and executioner.
Think about all the right-wing assholes the world would have been better off without if someone had wasted them before they did any damage.
This flick touches on many contemporary social and political issues and takes political debate to a whole different realm. It also features a great ensemble cast with some pretty notable cameos. The film remains funny throughout, but the tone of the humor really gets darker as it moves forward. Number 2 is Love and Death on Long Island. John Hurt stars in this film as an old-fashioned author who develops an unlikely obsession on a celebrity teen heartthrob, brilliantly played by Jason Priestley. The strength of this film is solely in their performances. There is some comedy in the mix, particularly with Hurt's character being introduced to modern technology and popular culture.
Yes, I'm interested in acquiring a video player. These are microwaves, sir. Oh. Video players are over here.
But the focus mostly relies on the two becoming friends on the brink of a mentorship capacity. Once again, I have to call attention to the score. It ranges from light and tranquil to a mysterious jazz. Number 1 is Swimming with Sharks. Nearly 20 years before he starred in a feature titled Horrible Bosses, Kevin Spacey was the paragon of that term with this film's release. This movie is amazing. It portrays Hollywood as this ruthless, cutthroat business. Told in non-linear style, Spacey belittles and torments his assistant Frank Whaley until his breaking point.
Unreachable may work for other hacks out there, but not here.
Don, excuse me, I just need to yell at my mongoloid brain-dead assistant for a second.
Whaley represents both innocence and naivete, but is slowly being corrupted by the Hollywood monster.
So before you run out and change the world, ask yourself, what do you really want?
Thank you so much for watching my video, and feel free to leave a comment. I will be back with round 3 of my list of somewhat unknown films, this time covering the 2000s. Hope you check it out.